Hey, I'm Harrison with Harry's Holsters, and I'm going to talk to you guys about setting up the Monocle concealed carry holster. So when you get your Monocle, it's going to come without the clip installed. And the reason we do this is you're going to need to adjust this holster to fit you. So let's go over talking about how to adjust and fit the holster to you, as well as do the basic hardware install, and some tips and tricks on how to more effectively use the holster at the end of the video. So once you've got the hardware all set out, you're gonna wanna apply your Vibratight. So Vibratight is a thread locker, and unlike Loctite, you can use Vibratight multiple times with one application. You can use it normally 3 to 5 times. So you're gonna wanna take this thread locker, get out this little pillow pack, take your knife, cut a little slit in the top of it, and dip your screw in. And if you need to get a little more height on it, you can just press up using your fingers, twirl it around, get it coated on the threads, and then place it upside down on a paper towel and let it cure for 5 minutes. After that 5 minutes, you're good to go and assemble your holster. So when you're figuring out your ideal ride height in camp with the Monocle and your 856 Taurus for appendix carry, I suggest doing it sitting down, because that's likely we're gonna have the most challenges as far as comfort. So take the holster, place your unloaded gun inside of it, and then stick it down in the waistband and kind of move it around and feel what feels comfortable. Now, what feels the most comfortable may not conceal the best for you, so you're gonna have to find what in between ground is right for you. But I know this kind of feels right for me. So then I'm gonna take this piece of masking tape that I have, and I'm gonna go right above my pant and belt line and place it on the holster. Now, right here, I've got the Discreet Carry Concepts Mod 4. Line it up with the holes. It is around 1/8 of an inch different, meaning like when I adjust it, it's not going to fit ideally where I would want it, but it's very close. And that's just gonna be a result of the gun and the optic. And this is gonna change too if you're running a different optic than this primary arms that I have on it right now. So super simple way. Now let's actually get this hardware on the holster. So once you get all your components out, you're gonna wanna make sure that the Vibratight set on the screws for 5 minutes, just like we showed you in the video. And then you're gonna want to remove your retention hardware. So you're just gonna use like a regular Phillips head screwdriver, place it in, and loosen it up. This is the part that's always fun, guys, doing this on camera. So one tip I'll tell you guys is once you have the screw loosened up, you can then press it forward, and that will help push out your post, which is press fit into the spacer itself. So that'll make things a little bit easier. So once you have the retention hardware taken off, the goal is to get these little square nuts into the channels that we have formed into the holster itself. So you're gonna wanna take the square nut, and I like coming in from the top, but a lot of this is gonna depend on your finger size. Make sure it's indexed on your index finger, so it's going straight forward, and then you can feel it once it's fit into the channels. Now the channels on these are not that deep, so you're gonna wanna make sure they're in the right position. Once you've done that, place your clip on, take your screw, and just hand tighten it down. All right, then you're gonna take the next nut, and this one's a little bit harder in the back, but got it in there. And this one's not completely lined up right now the way I'm feeling it, but there, just lined up as I tighten the screw down a little bit more. So now you've got your adjustment, and before you assemble the retention hardware, what I would suggest doing is leaving this kind of loose. You're just gonna wanna hand tighten with your hands on the screws, and then see, do you want to have the clip so that it's sitting in a reverse cant, or do you want it straight up and down? Do you want it low? Do you want it high? That's where you can just put the gun unloaded into the holster and get a feel to see where you like it, pull it out, and then you're gonna wanna take the gun out, and once you have your retention position set or where you want your clip, just tighten everything down, alternate between the screws, and go about a quarter turn past what you think, is hand tight. Then take your retention spacer, put it back in between the two holes, take your post, put it in from the bottom side, put the screw in the top, and tighten it all up. All right, so as you can see, I need to add a little bit more retention, so I'm gonna keep on tightening down. All right, now I've got too much retention, so I'm gonna back off, probably about a turn and a half. That's about where I want it. Now from here, I can definitely put it inside the waistband, check my draw stroke, and either tighten or loosen it depending on what's optimal for me and my body type. But that gives you the idea, guys. Now let me show you how to put the holster on and take it off quickly. So to get the monocle on and off quickly, you're gonna wanna take your thumb, press it on the top of the clip itself, use your index finger, pull up on the bottom tab, and the holster goes on pretty quick. And then to get it off, you're gonna wanna put, again, your thumb on top of the clip, press down, and then pull up, disengage by pulling up with that index finger, and the holster comes off pretty darn quick. So now that you guys know how to get the holster on and off quickly and you've got it set up, if there's minor adjustments you need to make, what I suggest doing is take your screwdriver and just slightly loosen the screws, just like quarter to a half turn, and that should give you the ability to move the clip and adjust it where you can make those slight adjustments. You're not going to need to change anything else within the holster. And go around that 1/8 to 1/4 turn. Be careful not to strip the threads, and you've made the slight adjustments you need. Really easy and simple, guys. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us through the website. And remember, take charge and carry with confidence.